Hi everyone, and good evening, guys. All of you. Are you audible? Okay, right, guys. So in the last session, we completed operators. Okay, so the general operators, how we are using in our SQL queries. So that was we discussed in the last class, and now the next one is one more topic was there in this. It is called as what now functions. Okay, so basically, why we need function and how these functions are helping us and what purpose we want to use these functions. Okay, now so this information we are going to be check out, guys, here. Okay, let you see now. And I think we all of you know, when you're working in the front end languages, when you're learning C language, Java, .NET, Python, so there also we have some functions. Yes or no, we are using some functions in your Java, in your C, in your C++, .NET, Python. Okay, in those languages also we are interacting or we are working with functions. And how the functions we are going to be using in your front end side, the front end languages. Okay, same to same in SQL language, in our Oracle database also, we have a functions, and these functions, how many types and what are those? Okay, so let me check out here. Okay, right now. So simply we can say here, function is nothing but, okay, to accept some from values from user. Okay, accept values from user. Okay, later after accepting values from the user, okay, so it will be performed. Okay, to perform some operations, to perform some task, to perform some task, and and it must return, and it must return, and it must return a value. Okay, either value or values to user. So this is simply we called as a function. So function, what it will do means, first of all, it was accepting some values from the user. So that means whatever the user was inserting some values to function, and based on that user defined values or user sending values, based on that values, it will be performing some task here. It was performing some operation or task. And after, once your task is completed, compulsory, your function must return a value. It's must. So there is no doubt in this. There is no doubt in this. Compulsory, your function should be returning a value. Must and should be return a value. Okay, now. So this is what we called as, guys, here function definition, simply we called. And in our Oracle, so there are two types of functions are, guys, here. Oracle supporting here, supporting two types of functions. And first one we called as here predefined functions, and the second one is called as what now, user defined functions. So these are the two functions we have it here, predefined and user defined functions. So in this names only we can easily understand that the predefined functions are nothing but these functions are we called as the inbuilt functions. Okay, even though we called as the inbuilt function or built-in functions, and these functions, okay, already inbuilt in your Oracle. And whenever you want to install your Oracle software, automatically these functions are prepared by system and keeping under database. Okay, so that's why The predefined functions are user cannot create it. So this is not a user creation. This is predefined means automatically created by system at the time of installation process. Okay, now. So, and these functions, even though we call as a built-in functions also we call. Okay, these are the two types of or two categories of functions are supported in our Oracle. Okay, now, right. In this predefined functions, guys, basically this predefined functions, what we said, these are even though we called as a built-in functions. Okay, built-in functions, and these functions I can use in SQL and also PLSQL. In SQL and PLSQL, in both cases, you can use predefined functions. That means these functions I can use in SQL queries as well as I can use in PLSQL programs also. So in both cases, I can use these two or these predefined functions or built-in functions. Okay, but whereas come to user-defined functions are guys here. So these are we should and we want to use in okay in PLSQL only. In PLSQL only. Because user defined functions are not possible in the name only, they're user defined. That means these functions are created by user. So these functions are created by user, and these functions how the user is created means by using of a PLSQL language only possible. Okay, now so that means without without PLSQL we can't create a function in our Oracle database. Okay, now because SQL language is not supporting to create a user defined functions. Okay, so that's why user defined functions whenever you want to create or use that will be happening in only PLSQL. Okay, so that we can state here. Okay, let you see in this SQL part. So now we are learning SQL part now. So in this SQL part, so how these predefined functions are we are using and how many types, what are those? Let you see one by one. Okay, now, right. So come to predefined functions. Now let you see. So your predefined functions, okay, these are again two ways it was classified here. First one we called as here single row functions, and second one we called as okay multiple, okay, or else grouping functions we called. So multiple, okay, or else a single row or multiple row or else a grouping functions we called. So again these are two categories was there and two types of functions in predefined. Okay, single row and multiple row functions are called as a grouping functions also we called. Okay, and let me see, first of all we want to go for single row functions. Let me check out here. Let me check out single row functions. Okay, so what is this and what are those here? Observe. So these functions, why it is called as a single row, why it is called as a single row means these functions are returning, careful observe, these functions are written, functions are written written a single value. Okay, now so that means more than one value cannot be written. It written only one single value only it returns here. So that's why it is called as a single row functions we called. Okay, these functions are written a single value, and these single row functions, okay, again we have some types guys here. Again we have some types. Let you see the types here. First one we called as a numeric functions. Second one we called as string functions, and the next we called as date functions, and next we call as conversion functions. Okay, so these are the categories of your single row, and these all categories of function always returns a single value here. Okay, now, right? But these functions, if I want to call, okay, how I can call a function means we have some syntax here. So how to call a function? Okay, so whenever you want to call a function, we have a small syntax was there, and the syntax is what now? Select, need to pass your function name, and send your value or values. Okay, and from dual. So this is the function. Whenever you want to call a function to your database application or in database, so how we can call a function in database means we are using this syntax now. The select function name of values from dual. Okay, no? So this is what we are going to be using to how to call a function. Okay, and here the guys here, the question is in this syntax, whatever we said, yes, select function name and we are passing some values, but here I'm using from dual. So here the question is, what is dual? Okay, so the question is what now? What is dual? So this kind of doubt and question is coming out. Okay, so let you see, I will explain here. What is dual? So simply guys, here dual is nothing but it is one of the predefined table. It is one of the predefined table, or even though it is called as a system defined table also we called. Okay, now so dual is a one table. Dual is a one table, and this table we are not created. This table is a predefined or system defined we call. And this table, when it was created by system, means at the time of installing your Oracle. So whenever you want to installing your Oracle software, so at the time this system defined tables are created by your system. Okay, so now this is one table we set, and guys here in this table what it was having means here, so this table is having, okay, having only one row. Okay, we have only one row and one column, so that means we can say only single row and a single column. Okay, so more than one row and more than one column is not having here. This table is having only a single column and a single row only, it was there. Okay, now so but guys here, why this dual I need to use whenever I need to call my function means, the reason is what now guys here, this dual table we are using for the purpose of what now here means testing function, testing function, testing function functionalities, testing functionalities. Okay, functionalities. Okay, so it may be predefined functions, it may be predefined functions, and also user defined functions. So the both functions, the both types of functions, whenever you want to test those functionalities, so there I can use this dual table help is required. And this table, what purpose we require means we need to test a function or a function functionalities. Okay, now so the testing purpose we are using dual. Okay, and this dual table, even though the people was called as, even though is also called as, is also called as, is also called as dummy table, is also called as dummy table in Oracle. dummy table in Oracle. Okay, so this is also we called as what now, dummy table. This is what is your dual. So if anybody asks you, okay, what is dual means, you just give that information. So the dual is nothing but it's one of the predefined or system defined table, and this table is having only one row and one column. It's nothing but single row and single column. And this dual table, when I want to use, means whenever you want to test your functionalities, maybe it may be predefined functions or it may be user defined functions. Whenever you want to test a functionalities, so there we can use this dual. And this dual, even though, and is also called as a dummy table in your Oracle. So what is your dummy table means? Dual is a dummy table. Okay, that is also somebody calling. So somebody calling like a dummy table also. Okay, now, so this is guys here the purpose of your dual. But now we said the dual is a table. I said dual is a table means compulsory this table is having structure. Yes or no? Compulsory this table is having structure, and this table is having some data. So whenever we want to see the structure of a table, structure of a dual table, then how we can see, observe here. So to view the structure, okay, to view the structure, okay, of structure of dual table. So when you want to see the structure of dual table, okay, then we are going to be using the same as usual. So we all of you know, guys, can you tell me how we can see the structure of table? What is the syntax to view the structure of table, guys? Okay, yes. So we are using, whenever you want to see the structure of table, we are using desk keyword. So desk is nothing but describing a table. So how we can see a normal table structure by using of desk, the same to same. Here also I want to use here. So desk, and here I want to send my dual name. So when you pass this one, so because dual is a table name and I'm passing my table name desk dual. So when I pass this, I can see the structure of dual table. Let us see guys here. So now, so I was given here the desk and dual table, and let us see guys here what it was happening here. This is your column name. So we have only a single column, and this column by default is accepting nulls, and data type is varchar2 of 1. Okay, now, so this is the way you can see the structure of table. Suppose when I want to view the data of dual, and the next one is to view the data of dual table. Can you tell me guys how to see the data of table? How we can see data of a particular table, guys? Yes, we are using some selector statement here. So generally how we can see the data of a normal table, same as your dual also. So select a star from table name, and what is my table name here? Dual. So the same thing I'm going to use in here. So whenever I want to see this, let you see guys here, we have a single column and single row was there. If you want to identify in this, okay, whatever it was showing D, it's called as a column. It's called as a column. And whatever X is showing here, so this is called as a row. This is called as a row. So when I just call this record or call this table, so we have only single record and single column. So only one column and one row only having in this table. Okay, now, right? So these are what now the information about a dual, what is dual, and how to view the structure of dual, and how to see the data in dual table. Okay, now this is what it was happening, guys. Okay, and this is what dual, and with the help of this dual, now we need to test our functionalities one by one. Okay, now, right? In this first category of functions are there in single row, numeric functions. I will be take it here. So what kind of numeric functions are there? Let you see one by one. Okay, numeric functions. So basically, guys, here the numeric functions. Okay, so one by one, I will give it here. First one is called as a ABS function. First one is called as what now? ABS. So basically, this function is used. This function is used to convert. Okay, negative sign values. Okay, negative sign values into positive sign values. Into positive sign values. Okay, now. So whenever you want to convert a negative sign value into positive sign value, so at that time we can use a ABS. At the time we can use a ABS. Okay, now. And what it means, let you observe. So I just give it here. Suppose I'm passing here select ABS of some negative value I'm sending, guys, -12 and from dual. So whenever I'm going to passing here ABS of -12, and it is a negative value we are passing along with the ABS function, but once it was executed, it was returning positive value. It was returning positive value. Okay, now? So like this, every negative value you need to converting into positive. For example, this is your table information, guys. This is your employee table. So employee table having number of columns and number of rows. So from this table, suppose I need to display name, salary, and commission, and later I want to pass here commission minus sal, okay, from EMP table. So here, what I'm going to do, from my EMP table, I'm calling ename column because these columns are belongs to employee table. So ename column, next the salary column, next the commission column I was taken. But here one operation I did, that operation is called as what now? Commission minus salary. Commission minus salary, and to execute it now, guys. Here. So we all of you know here in this first record, commission is null. Null minus 800 is equals to null only. Null minus 800 is equals to null only, because we already said to you, if any arithmetic operator is performing some operation with null, then it again returns null only. So that's why null minus 800, again null only returns. Okay, now? So that is what it was happening, guys. In the same pattern, can you see, guys, here? Suppose here, LN employee, can you identify LN employee salary is 1600 and commission is 300. Then commission minus salary, that means the 300 minus 1600. The negative value minus 1300 was displayed here. Minus 1300 will be displayed here. In the same pattern. So 1250 and 500, let you minus here. So minus 500 minus 1250, again minus 750. And here 1400 minus 1250 and 150. So this is a positive. I don't want to need any conversion here. Again 0 minus 1500, again minus. So wherever the negative values are there, So suppose these negative values I need to convert into positive. I need to convert into positive. So whenever you want to converting the negative values into positive, so at this moment you have to use your ABS function on operation is commission minus sal is an operation from EMP table, and let you see whatever the negative value 1300 that was converting into positive. What is the negative value minus 750 converting into plus 750? And what is the 1500 minus 1500 that was converting into plus 1500? Okay. So in such a cases, you are, okay, what we can say, your ABS function is using. Okay. Now, so this is the functionality we checked out. We are testing a functionality, how it was working. Okay. Now, right. In the same to same, next function is called as a seal function. So basically, seal function, what it was going to do, okay, to return a value, which is greater than, which is a greater, okay, which is greater than, okay, the given, which is greater than the given expression, okay. So seal function, whatever the function was returning value, that value is more than or greater than your given expression here. Okay. Now let you see guys here, let you come out. Suppose this function I'm using, like select seal of suppose I was given here 9.3 expression I was given, and from dual, and let you see executed. So 9.3 greater value how much here means 10. So 9.3 greater value how much here means 10. So 10 is my greater value. 10 is my greater value. So the greater value is going to be returning us. Same to same when I'm giving here. Okay, next function is called as what now? Floor function. So carefully, if you want to observe. So this function is going to be returning to return a value, which is less than the given expression, which is less than the given expression, which is less than the given expression. Okay. Now, so now you can see this floor. Let you see, I'm going to give it here, same thing. So when the same thing, I'm just passing here, select, I'm sending floor. If I want to give here 9.8, if you pass here from dual, but still it was showing less than value 9 only. So this is what we called as guys here. Okay, seal and floor functions. Okay, returning values greater or less than of the given expression. Later we have a next function is called as a mode function. Okay, and this mode function, it returns guys what it will be written. What it will be written means it return, okay, it return reminder value. Okay, it returns reminder value. Okay, so now for example, let you see I was given, okay, let you see I was given select mode of suppose I'm passing here 10,2, okay, and from dual. So you all of you know 10/2, the reminder how much here? 0. What is the reminder? So reminder is 0. Okay. Now next one is what now, and the next function is called as a power function. So next function is called as a power function. So this function is going to be returning, okay, the power of given expression. So the power of the given expression. So what is this? And let you see now the power function. Come back here. So let you see. Suppose select. I'm going to using your power of 2 to the power of 3. I'm passing here from dual and to executed now. So what it was happening guys here. So it will be power 2 to the power of 3 means what now? It was showing what now exactly the power value, how much it was given there. So it was showing us. Okay. Now, so this is what we called as guys. In the same to same, and the next function we have here. So these are all our basic functions guys. Okay. Now these are all our basic functions. Next function is called as a round function. So round function, this function we are using nearest value. Okay, return a nearest value. So which is your nearest value? Okay, the nearest value was written here. Nearest value of of the given, okay, the given expression. Okay, the given expression. But in this, okay, in this, okay, round function, okay, how this function is having means, a syntax is required to understanding purpose. I'm giving syntax. What is the syntax here? So round, okay, you send your number, and here some expressions I'm giving here, that is called as a decimal places I'm giving now. Decimal places. Okay, now. So, but this decimal places is not a mandatory, it's optional. Okay, now. So this is what you are saying. And let you come back here. Let you come back. Suppose I just pass it here. It's around of some expression I'm passing now. Carefully observe. Suppose I'm giving here 45.50 I'm giving now. So whenever I'm giving 45.50, so that means here 0.5, it means that it was taking as a round function. So when you want to execute this one, so 45.050 means the nearest value of this expression. What is your nearest value means? It was 46. It was a 46 is the nearest value. Suppose in the same case, if I'm passing here, so 45 point, suppose I'm giving 46, okay, and from dual, and what is my nearest value for this expression means, it was going to be saying here 45 only. Okay, now so your 0.5 when it was there, then you can add 1, and 0.5 below, don't add anything. Okay, now so generally how it was working means, for example, nowadays when you see in your academics, okay, for example, if somebody is asking to you, what is your BTech percentage? So guys here, so what is your BTech percentage, or your +2 percentage, or degree percentage, or MCA percentages? So whenever you want to preparing your resume, and in the resume, for example, you want to searching a job, okay, in IT sectors, especially IT sectors. So we are going to be preparing our resume, and in this resume, what we are going to do, our qualification, our year pass out, how much percentage, because you are a fresher. If you are a fresher, you need to mention each and every information, like your qualification, your year of pass out, okay. So, and along with that, what is your percentage in the academics, so that also we can see. But suppose guys here, one of the student is there, suppose your percentage is like this, for example, 69.51 is there, for example. So your BTech percentage or MCA percentage or any qualification, either 10th class or whatever it is, suppose your percentage is 69.51 is there now. So then what it will be doing now? So there is no, and not necessary to mention 69.5. Okay, instead of this, in your resume, you can mention your percentage is 70. Okay, it is, you can mention 70. There is nothing problem. Because here 0.5, 69.5, 0.5 means that you will be considering as a 1. So that's why 69 plus 1, 70. So whenever you, and even though if you go to IT sectors, companies, even though company people also, suppose are you mentioned 69.51 or 52 something, okay, they will be considered you are a 70% student. Okay, now. So otherwise you have any kind of question, then you can directly mention in your resume 70%. If when your percentage is like this. Suppose your percentage may be like this now. Suppose your percentage 69 point, suppose 46 or something will be there here. Then you just mention, okay, it was considering by companies only 69%. Okay, so considering here 69% only. So that's why this is what the round function also same like this it was working. When your expression is 0.5 and 0.5 above, then we should add 1 to that decimal before digits. Okay, 69 plus 1, 70. But when your decimal points 0.5 below, then you don't want anything. So 0 will be added. So 69 plus 0, again 69 only. Okay, now? So This is what we called as, guys. Understand my point now? Right. This is a round function. So suppose in this round function, I was given numbers, but sometimes we need to give some decimal places. So how this decimal places means, suppose are you writing like this here? Select round off for carefully observe. For careful observe. Suppose I'm giving suppose 35 point, careful observe, 35.458. Okay, comma. Here my decimal points are 2 I was given. So from dual, it means that a 35.458. This is actually our expression. But in this expression, I'm asking how many decimal places I'm asking here? 2 decimal places I'm asking. So 2 decimal places means how it was taking, just simple I'm telling, 35.458 was there. Yes or no? It means here 45 is there actually. So 45 after what it was there, 8 was there. So 8 means it is a 0.5 above. So that's why what it will be considered here. So here 45.458 means that 8 is nothing but more than or greater than 0.5. So 0.5 is greater than 8. So that's why it was considered like this. What now? So what I'm giving here, 2 decimal after. So 2 decimal. 2 decimal means, okay, I'm giving to 2. The 2 decimal means 4,5. You have to take 4,5. You have to take. And after third digit, whatever it was there, based on this third digits, you want to consider your 45. Suppose 45 is a 2 decimal points. And after 8 was there. So 8 is more than 5, more than 0.5. So that's why it was considered like this here, 35.46. Okay, consider what now? 35.46. So why I was given 46 means here 45, and after 2 decimals we have 8. So 8 is a more than 5. So that's why it was considered add one thing, and that one you have to add with the 45. So 45 plus 1, 46. Okay, let you see, it was going to be execute now. Now it was considered 35.46, and after point we are taking 2 decimal places, and that is called a 2 decimal places. Okay now, and suppose if you want to take here, let you see, guys. Suppose I was given here 4, I was given, comma 2 decimals, and from I want to pass real, and let you check out here. So it was a 35.45 only showing us. Because why it was showing us 45? Because the 45 2 decimal after whatever the third one is there, this is less than 0.5. So less than 0.5 means what I said, we want to add a 0. So 45 plus 0, 45 again. Yes or no? Because 0.5 above, then you can add 1. So 45 plus 1, 46. Okay now. So this is what a round function, how it was going to be round up. Okay. In the same to same, the next function is there. That is called as a trunc function is there. That is called as a trunc function. So this function, how it was written means, this written a value which is nearest. Okay. So it return a value, okay, which is, or which will, okay, which will specified number of decimal places. Okay now. So now in this case, what it was happen, carefully observe. The syntax is what? Okay. So we are using trunc. And passing number. And here we can say decimal places. Okay, so places. So same here also, just a function name is changing, guys, here. Just function name is changing here. So decimal places, and this decimal places is what? Optional, it's not mandatory. Yes. So let you see what it was difference observed. So your round function I was given the same, whatever we can say expression I was given round function, but was showing 46. But can you see, guys, when I'm passing here trunc function, suppose I'm passing 45.50, I'm passing. The difference of round and trunc, observe carefully. So the difference of round and trunc, observe carefully. So same expression 45.50, I'm giving year also. Okay, I'm giving year also. But what it was happening, guys, here, when I'm passing the same expression along with the round function, so it was considering 0.5, we'll be adding 1, so 46, okay. But when I'm using trunc here, what it was happening, you can see, so it was showing 45 only. It was showing 45 only showing. That means it is not considered. It's not considered. 0.5 is not considered. Okay, in the same to same, for example, let you see 45.46 I was given. And whenever we are giving 45.46, it was showing 45. Okay, because it is a considered 0.5 value. But the same expression when I'm using here to my trunc, so I'm giving here 40. Okay, 6 I'm giving, whatever I was given in the round function. And now from dual, again, it was showing 45 only. So that means in this trunc function, what happened here? Your 0.5 is not considered. Either there or not there, but it was showing exactly 45 only. Okay, now? So this is trunc. In the same places, let us see, I'm going to pass in here. When I'm passing this one, and it was showing 8 is a 0.5 greater, that's why adding 1 here. So 35.46. But the same thing when I'm going to write here. So trunc, and what I was saying, 35.458, suppose I'm giving, comma 2 decimal places from dual, then what it was happening, you can see exactly 35.45 only. So how many decimal points I'm asking? 2. So 2 decimal exact it was showing, but it is not considered. 0.5 value is not considered. So this is what we call, guys, here the differences between trunc and round. So round is simply, if you want to understand, simply want to remember, how to remember means round function is considering 0.5 value, but trunc function is not considered 0.5 value. Okay, round function is considering 0.5 value. So 0.5 equal or more than, then add 1 value, and below you can add 0. But trunc is, it's not considered, so there is no matter about that. You want to check 0.5, 0.1, 0.5 above, 0.5 below, it's not need to check, because trunc command is not considered your 0.5 value. Okay, now? So this is the differences of this round and trunc function. Okay, so these are, okay, some what we could say, guys, numeric functions what we discussed here. Okay, so now in the same category of this, the second category of functions, what is now, that is called as a string functions. The second category of functions, string functions. Let you see. In string function, one of the first function is called as what now, guys, here? Length function is here. One of the functions called as what now? Length function. Okay. So length function, this function purpose is what now here? It return length of given string. Whatever the string expression I was given there, whatever the string expression I was given there. So that string is having how many number of characters, how much length. So that will be checking here. For example, let us see. I'm just passing here length function of some one string. I'm passing hello. So let you come out and see hello was having how many number of characters, means that each and every character will be checking here. So H is a 1, E is a 2, L, L, O. So total 5. So that means it was the total length of hello string. Total 5 characters are there. That is what. Same to same, guys, here. The select length function, if you want to see like this, if I'm passing well space com come, okay, and I just pass it here. So from dual. So carefully observe, in between welcome, in between well and come, between I was given some space I was given. But the space is counting or not. So if you want to check it in database, yes, of course, the space is countable. The space is countable. So now W1, E2, L3, 3 characters, space is 4th character, C5, O6, M7, E8. So total, how many characters will be, means 8 characters will be there. So by seeing of this example, what you understand, guys, here, so your space will be considered. Okay, now? Right. And later, let you come out. So this is actually our table. In this table, suppose e name, okay, some employee names are there now guys here. Let you see, I'm using here length function, the length of okay, so I can pass like this, e name comma length of I'm passing e name, that means the length function I'm using on e name column and from emp. So now let's check out here. For every employee names are there in the left side, and every employee name is having how many number of characters in the right side. So your Smith is having total 5 characters, Ellen is a 5 characters, Word is a 4 characters, and Martin is a 6 characters. Like so that employee name is having how many number of characters, that every characters is counting and showing the length. So 5 5 4 5 6 5 5 like this. Okay now, suppose my question is what now, which employee name length is 6, so those people data I want to retrieve from the table. In this case, I'm using select the star from emp, where condition the length of e name is equals to 6 I was given. So it means that what now, which employee name length is 6, and that employees data we are retrieving from the table. Let us see now. Okay, and now we can see that employees who came here, whose name length is 6, Martin, Turner, and Miller. Okay now, so because I have only 3 employees are there, their name is having 6 characters. So Martin is a 6 character, Turner is a 6 character, and Miller is the 6 characters. So those 6 characters people data we are retrieving from the table. Okay, so this is what we called as length function, or length function will be using in our SQL queries. Okay, right. In the same to same, next function is called as a lower function. So next function is called as a lower function. So lower function we are going to be using guys here. Okay, purpose is what now, to convert upper functions, to convert uppercase characters, okay, to convert uppercase characters into lowercase characters. So whenever you want to convert like this, then you have to use this. Okay, so upper and the lowercase character, lower function you can use. So to convert uppercase characters into lowercase. Okay, now in that cases we are using lower function. Let you see, suppose I just come back here, I'm passing here lower function, and I'm passing here hello. So hello is a capital I'm sending here from your dual. So hello is a capital, but when it was converting and showing as a lowercase characters. Okay, in the same to same, if you want to use this, okay, lower function on your lower, okay, e name, okay, from emp table, let you see these are all are your capitals, and the capitals are converting into lowercase characters. Okay now, in the same pattern guys, for example, let you see here, select a star from emp, this is our table information, and do you want to check it, all employee names are having in a capital letters, so we all of you know. So these capital letters information I want to change, like that change means what, update command, update emp set, update emp set, e name is equals to lower of e name, lower of e name. And now I'm going to, okay, suppose I want to go to some specific people, like where job is equals to, for example, I want to say managers. So it means what now guys here, who are working as a managers, only the managers employee names only converting into lower. Now here, how many managers are there here? One is manager, his name is Jones, capital, and Blake and Clark, these are also managers, and their names are having capitals. So your total 3 managers are there in my table, and their names are having in the capital, but the capital names are I'm converting, that means updating into lower names. Okay, the condition is job is equals to manager to execute. Now the 3 rows are updated guys, careful observe, 3 rows are updated. After updated, let you come back and see your table. Now we can see, So whose name, who are working as a manager, that you can identify the manager's names only converting into lowercase. Okay, so got it? Come on, guys. Your manager's names are converting into lower. Yes or no? Okay, suppose you want to convert all employees names are into lowercase, then don't use where class condition. Then simply you can write update emp set ename is equals to lower of ename, and let you execute it now. Total 14 employees names are, and after updating, let you come back here your table and see. So all employees names are be converted into lowercase characters. So that means a specific employee names you can convert into lower, otherwise all employees also you can convert into lower. So this is lower function to working here. Okay, now right, in the same to same, it is called as a upper function. So upper function, okay, this is quite opposite here, to convert lowercase characters into uppercase. Okay, right. So now I'm just using to convert lowercase characters into uppercase. Okay, let you find and let you come back here. So what names I have here? Okay, whatever the names I have here, all names are in lowercase characters. Okay, now I want to convert all our upper cases. So update emp set. So ename is equals to, I'm using upper offer. So now I'm passing ename and to execute it now. And what it was happened, 14 rows are updated, and after updated, select a star from emp table. You can see again your all names are is converting into uppercase characters. Okay, now so this is what guys here. Okay, so lower and upper functions. Okay, so these are the few functions today we discuss in the string functions category. Okay, string functions category. Okay, and some more functions are there that we will see in tomorrow session. So tomorrow I will continue. Okay, these string functions, whatever it remaining functions also you can see. Okay, now right guys, thank you so much. Good night guys, take care. So because so Kumar, you are mentioning in your in operator all are small case characters you mentioned. Smith, Allen, word is a small case character. So please keep it capital, then you will get answer. Okay, because your table is storing your data in uppercase letters, but you are giving your lowercase characters. That is a problem. Okay, Kumar, check out. So TNS is not reachable means your installation time, maybe you are, did you missing any TNS like TNS DDL file, if anything miss here, so maybe that problem is coming out. Okay, so can you tomorrow, can you guys you send that error message, what is the error message is coming out, can you send Meghana and Subham, can you take the screenshot and tomorrow pass me, okay, what and which type of error is coming out, the error screenshot just pass me. Okay, based on that I will check it here. Okay, right. Express edition don't go for Raju. Better to go for enterprise edition because I already said to you Express edition is not supporting fully. Okay, it's a partially supported. Okay, na? So Vinay already installation link is already there. Okay, in Google Drive link. Okay. So in Google Drive link it was there, Vinay. So please take from that. Okay. Yeah. Windows. Yes. Windows. I already set you Deepthi wild characters how to find out in your name. I was given okay by using of escape sequence slash keyword. Yesterday I was explaining to you. So better to take my notes. Already the notes my people are uploaded into Google Drive link. Once you can go and check it. Okay, na? So there I was giving. 11G Enterprise Edition is not there in the Google. Okay, so maybe the Oracle Corporation people was that 11G Enterprise Edition was not. That means they will be already they left out. That means they removed. Okay, na? So go for 19C or else 12C also there. 12C also available. So either 12 or 11. Okay. Yeah, in Oracle 11G, you can go for a Scott user, Shiva. If you go to Scott user, then it was available your predefined table. Okay. Yeah, 32-bit OS or yeah, 32 bits OS means very old version. Yeah, 32-bit. So that is a maybe problem. So nowadays everything is a 64 na by default. So 32-bit means okay. Once you set it to 12C, 32-bit once set it. 11G is not available, I think so in Google. They removed already, but 12C is available. Once check it. Okay. That Anusha, you will be learning in the course what are the new features in 19C. Okay, na? Right. Definitely, you have a good knowledge on SQL and PLSQL. Okay. So these two languages you required. Along with this, you want to need to learn Linux also. Okay, na, Kumar? So you have a Linux also. Oracle plus Linux combination is a good combination for the database developer, and we have a more opportunities also. Yes or no? So after Oracle course is completed, better to learn Linux course also. That is also 1 month course will be there. So this combination is a good opportunities are there in the market. Okay. Right, guys. Okay, guys. And tomorrow we will go for to check out remaining functions. Okay, na? Right, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.